Ornithomancy is the practice of reading omens from the actions of birds followed in many ancient cultures including the Greeks, and is equivalent to the augury employed by the ancient Romans. Ornithomancy in some form has been found globally among a wide variety of pre-industrial peoples. Mediterranean developments. Prophesying by birds appeared among the Hittites in Anatolia, with texts on bird oracles written in Hittite known from the 13th to 14th century, and from whom the Greek practice may derive. It was also familiar to the Etruscans, who may have brought it to Rome. Greek evidence. Ornithomancy dates back to early Greek times, appearing on archaic vases as well as in Hesiod and Homer. One notable example from the latter occurs in the Odyssey, when an eagle appears 3 times, flying to the right, with a dead dove in its talons, an augury interpreted as the coming of Odysseus, and the death of his wife's suitors. Aeschylus has Prometheus claimed to have introduced ornithomancy to mankind, by indicating among the birds those by nature favorable, and those sinister. Ornithomancy could be spontaneous, or it could be the result of a formal consultation. The seer would face north, and birds on the right, the east, the direction of sunrise, were taken as favorable. Although it was mainly the flights and songs of birds that were studied, any action could have been interpreted to either foretell the future or relate a message from the gods. Roman practice. Such omens were considered with the utmost seriousness by Greeks and Romans alike, and ornithomancy became a branch of Roman national religion, which had its own priesthood and practice. The word inauguration is derived from the Latin noun inauguratio, derived from the verb inaugura, which was to take omens from birds in flight. The augurs were Roman priests who only looked at birds for their omens. There was also the auspex, who could interpret thunder, lightning, wind and other natural phenomena. The phrase "under the auspices" is derived from this need for a favorable reading of the omens by the auspices. Cultural echoes. Louis Namier introduced his prosopographical study of 18th-century politics in England with a quotation from Aeschylus on ornithomancy. "I took pains to determine the flight of crook-taloned birds, marking which were of the right by nature, and which were of the left, and what were the ways of living, each after his kind." The magpie counting song is a folklore remnant of ornithomancy.